In a world where you're told your value depends on the job you land, where endless applications and interviews feel like the only way forward, what if I told you that chasing jobs might be the very reason you're stuck? What if the door you've been knocking on was never meant to open for you? Stay with me, because today we'll explore a powerful mindset shift that could change your life and bring you the provision Allah has written for you in ways you never imagined. How long will you keep running behind people and companies for validation when Allah Himself is your provider? How many nights have you spent worrying about callbacks, offers, or rejections, thinking your future depends on someone else's decision? We live in a time where we've been conditioned to believe our rizq or sustenance comes from titles and employers, but the truth is, it comes only from Allah. And until we understand this, we'll remain trapped in a cycle of anxiety, disappointment, and endless chasing. Today, I want to remind you of a different path, a path that can bring peace to your heart and open doors you never thought possible. Section 1. Your provision is already written. My dear brothers and sisters, before you were even born, before your parents were born, before the world knew your name, your provision was already written. Allah the Most Merciful decreed every morsel you would eat, every coin you would earn, every opportunity that would come your way. Yet today, we exhaust ourselves thinking our risk depends on our CVs, our connections, or the company name on our resumes. Remember the words of our Prophet ﷺ, if you were to rely upon Allah with true reliance, He would provide for you as He provides for the birds. They go out hungry in the morning and return full in the evening. The birds leave their nests, they take action, but they don't beg or chase hopelessly. They trust and they find what they need. So why do you doubt? Why do you lose sleep, believing your sustenance is in the hands of people, when it is only with Allah? Knowing this truth is the first step to peace. Section 2. Stop begging for doors, build one with Allah. How often have you stood outside doors that never opened? How many emails have you sent? How many interviews have you attended, only to face rejection after rejection? And with every closed door, your heart sinks deeper into despair. But what if I told you that you don't need to beg at doors that were never yours? What if instead you could build a door with Allah, be asking Him directly, by making sincere dua and by stepping forward with conviction? Allah says in the Quran, and whoever fears Allah, He will make for him a way out and provide for him from where he does not expect. Surah Talaq 65:2-3. This promise is not tied to anyone's approval, it's a promise from your Creator. So stop chasing doors that don't open. Begin knocking on the door that is always open, the door of Allah. Section 3. Reframe intention from job to service. One of the biggest mistakes we make is thinking the purpose of work is to earn titles, status, or the approval of society. We go from job to job asking, how much will I earn? But rarely do we ask, how can I serve? When your intention shifts from chasing income to serving others for the sake of Allah, you unleash a power greater than you can imagine, because Allah loves those who serve His creation. Whether you're an employee, a small business owner, or an artist, if you see your work as a way to benefit others sincerely, Allah will put barakah in your efforts. The Prophet ﷺ taught us, the best of people are those who are most beneficial to others. Make your work about service, and watch how Allah makes your risk chase you. Section 4. True freedom begins with trusting Allah alone. So many of us think that freedom will come when we land a high-paying job, when we finally sign that contract, or when we offered the title we've dreamed about. But the truth is, relying on people for your provision only enslaves you further. True freedom begins when you place your complete trust in Allah, when you know in your heart that no manager, no HR department, no company can withhold what Allah has written for you. That's when you walk into interviews with confidence, not desperation. That's when you take risks with courage, knowing your Lord is in control. Remember, trusting Allah doesn't mean you sit idle. It means you work hard with integrity, but your heart remains attached only to Him, because He is Al-Razzaq, the ultimate provider. Section 5. Start with what you have, even if small. We often wait for perfect conditions, more money, better equipment, the right time. But the path to your risk rarely begins with abundance. It begins with using what you already have, however small it may seem. Look at the Prophet Musa alayhi salam. Allah asked him, "What is that in your right hand, O Musa?" He replied, "It is my staff." And with that simple staff, Allah parted the sea. What's the staff in your hand today? Is it a skill, an idea, a small savings, or a connection? Don't underestimate small beginnings. Start with what you have and trust that Allah can grow it beyond your imagination. Take that first step, even if it's shaky, because the first step brings Allah's help. Section 6. Embrace halal hustle with integrity. Islam never taught us to sit and wait idly. Our religion honors hard work, but it must be rooted in halal means and integrity. The Prophet ﷺ said, "No one has ever eaten better food than what he earns from the work of his own hands." Hustling in a halal way means striving for excellence, being punctual, delivering what you promise, and treating customers, clients, or colleagues with honesty. It means refusing shortcuts that compromise your faith, even if they promise quick profits. Allah sees your efforts. Even if people don't acknowledge you, Allah does. And what He gives is far greater and more lasting than anything people can offer. Section 7. Walk for Allah, He will run to you. In a powerful hadith, Allah says, "Whoever comes to me walking, I will come to him running." This is not about physical movement alone. It's about making the effort to do the right thing, taking the first steps in good faith, and striving to please Allah. When you choose to walk towards Allah in your career, choosing halal over haram, service over selfishness, honesty over deceit, He promises to come to you faster than you can imagine. Doors you never saw coming will open. Opportunities will appear out of nowhere. The world tells you to chase people. Allah tells you to walk for Him. Choose wisely. Section 8. Allah never ignores your efforts. There are days you will work hard and see nothing. There are days you'll try your best yet face rejection. Shaitan will whisper, "Your prayers aren't working, your efforts are wasted." But Allah never ignores a single sincere effort. Allah says, "So whoever does an atom's weight of good will see it." Surah Az-Zalzala 99-7. Your long nights, honest work, and patient perseverance are all seen and recorded by the one who matters most. Nothing is wasted. Sometimes Allah delays your success to protect you, to teach you, or to strengthen you. But know this, your efforts for His sake will never go unrewarded. Section 9. Your provision is chasing you. You may think you're chasing jobs, but in reality your risk is chasing you. The Prophet ﷺ said, "If you were to flee from your provision as you flee from death, it would still reach you. Just as you cannot escape your time of death, you cannot miss what Allah has written for you." This should remove your fear and anxiety. You don't need to exhaust yourself with desperation. Yes, you must strive, but understand that what's meant for you will come to you even if the whole world tries to block it. And what's not meant for you will never reach you even if you chase it endlessly. Section 10. Allah's delay is preparing you for greatness. Finally, my dear brothers and sisters, sometimes Allah's delay is not a rejection, but a preparation. He knows what you don't know. Perhaps the job you think you need would have harmed your faith. Perhaps the company you desperately wanted would have led you away from your purpose. Allah's delays are filled with wisdom. He is Al-Hakim, the most wise. Trust His timing. While you're waiting, build yourself spiritually and professionally. Become the person worthy of the provision you're asking for. Because when Allah finally says yes, it will be so much better, so much bigger, and so much more beautiful than you ever imagined. Conclusion. So my beloved brothers and sisters, don't let the world convince you that your worth is measured by job titles or company names. Your provision comes only from Allah, and He has promised to provide for those who put their trust in Him. Walk with faith, work with integrity, and always remember, the one who created you is the same, one who sustains you. Stop chasing jobs, start chasing Allah's pleasure, and watch how the world's opportunities begin to chase you.